Wagwan guys, welcome back to the Tuchapiane podcast, and it's been a minute since we actually recorded. Maze, it's not my fault. You can blame it on these two guys who will be introducing themselves. And amidst our silence, a lot has been happening, and we are going to be dissecting about everything and anything that has been happening. I will be one of your hosts. You can simply call me Worms.
And you can call me Gideon Macharia.
And of course, I'm Madeka Brian.
Yeah, or you can call him Maths, though he got a D- in mathematics. Either way, ni kweli lakini. Either way, guys, a lot has been happening amidst our silence, maze. I think nika gaveli ngoja tunyamaze ndo anze kufanya vituko. Sio kama realize.
I think tulikuwa tunaweka in check. Sio tulikuwa tunaweka in check.
Exactly. Amidst our silence, Moses Kuria amefanya vitu mingi hadi akafutwa kazi. Catherine
Kendeki.
I'm not going to miss jasema hivyo. But either way, we want to
unasema hivyo.
Anajifanya hapa innocent na anajua Kenya amesema. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. And we want to dive into a lot of things that we're going to be talking about today. And na sasa leo captain wetu of the day is none other than Gidi. Tupeleke.
I think serikali tuko na vitu mingi za kuongelelea.
Yeah.
So tunaweza anza na Gachagua, Ricky G na urafiki yetu fulani the president.
Who's friend? Mimi usiniweke hapo kwa category ya friends. I'm not there, please. Meet me. Okay. From that friendship, it's a toxic friendship.
Haya, tunataka kuguza Murima. Guza Murima.
Ya Murima imeguzwa. Mmoja anaenda kanisa huku, mwingine akiwa huku. I'm telling you, I don't know kama ni I think UDA is I cannot even understand. I don't know ni explain aje.
You know, asiju kwa nini unasema UDA because currently what we have right now it's not UDA. They said that they are forming a broad-based government,
all inclusive.
So the opposition is there, but I believe that
ODM not you know, if you say opposition, unajua opposition ilikuwa ODM. If we are talking about a broad-based government, then unajua wame include wase wa ODM pekee. Hawaja include wase wa Jubilee. Kina Jeremiah Kioni has not been included in the government. You see, kina Rafael Tuju have not been included in the government.
What we assume is that they have already formed that. And there was a guy who was saying he believes that it's a bread-based government.
It actually is. And
well, in that manner walikuwa wanasema it's a bread base because our self pale kwa interests zao pekee. They just want to eat. Because for example, when you look at the opposition, whatever they did waka join the other side, and no, actually I never saw it because I used to say that Raila Odinga and this guy Ruto are worst of the enemies, you know. And seeing them work together ili blow mind yangu tu kabisa.
No, just opened our eyes to what politics is.
Yes, and exactly, you know, wacha tu niseme tu mimi nilikuwa nimefungwa macho. And I won't say that I was stupid.
Ulikuwa mtu wa Raila, si useme nini.
I won't say that I was stupid. But nilikuwa nimefungwa macho. Because I used to think that Raila is somehow a god. Tulikuwa tunamuita the fourth arm of the government. But to this point, acha tu niseme tu hadi saa hii. The guy has really disappointed us so much. We had our belief in Raila Amolo Odinga. And we saw him like msee mwenye angekomboa hii inji. I guess tulikuwa tumefunikwa. But the moment niliona amefanya chenye alifanya, tuliamka. And hate yangu ikakuwa mingi sana. Well, see hate, but I was disappointed. I was disappointed. Juu kitu alifanya haikuwa fiti. Those guys are dancing on Gen Z's graves, and that is.
But you see, the thing is, politics is just a game of wits. At the end of the day, politics is a game of wits and it's a game of interest. So so hata sahi, if we are talking about even Gachagua and Ruto not being in the same on the same tabs, the way they portray it out in the media, those are just political games. These people are just playing us. Because one, the general population is angry by how these people are governing this country. We need to understand that. That's a fact. So how do you water down that story? Create a fictitious conflict. A fictitious conflict that will make people talk. You know, people must talk. So
divert attention.
we divert our attention from Adani to umeona vile Gachagua anafanyiwa, unaona vile Gachagua na Ruto, unaona vile Kindiki is being groomed for
wote wako Nyeri lakini hawaendi kanisa moja.
Exactly. But all these people, whether they are learned or not, because somebody like Professor Kindiki, he has the name prof because he has a PhD in law from a reputable institution. But this guy, when it comes to politics, he has narrowed himself to a mediocre level where vitu anafanya hadi example during the protest mlikuwa mnaona vitu za upuzi zenye alikuwa anafanya, you see, and he was like, you know, it was not my duty to tell Koome what to do, I don't know about abductions, a whole CS who does not understand about his docket.
Are they doing it because they want to do it, or they are being forced by someone to do it? Because when you look at someone like Kindiki, I used to think that Kindiki was a very learned guy and a sober mind, but whatever he was doing haikuwa right at all, in all equal measure, haikuanga right. But ukiangalia deep down, these guys kuna venye wanafinywa kidogo na ambao afanye hivi, sema hivi. Ni kama
kuna kufinywa.
No. It's like kuna mse kwa pale anawaambia, nikaa anawapatia vitu za kusema, nawaambia wewe utaenda useme hivi na hivi. Hata kama hii align na interest zako ama beliefs zako,
but you see these are adults. You see, these are adults. You can't tell me that whoever is perpetuating them around, if that is English, puppeteer, whatever mwenye anacheza hizo games, he's so strict that they will have to do what he says when he says it and how he wants it to be said.
But the president, we know the president. You know Ruto, I know Ruto.
But you see, the thing is, there is you can't convince me. You can't convince me. The thing that I know is that these people are playing politics, and at the end of the day, if even people want to resonate with somebody like Gachagua, at the end of the day, Gachagua is just similar. They're just cut from the same cloth with Ruto, with Raila, and all these people. Actually, I can say for a fact that in this Kenya, right here, right now, we don't have any good politician. And I am including, and I'm sorry to say this, but I'm including also Morara Kebaso, the guy who goes around exposing the government.
Is he a politician?
It is this guy was in UDA. He was in UDA with me recently. He was in UDA.
Aye.
Not even far off. There are clips that are circulating over social media. This guy was in active politics. So whatever he's doing right now is just a game. Kasamuel or Kasamuel. This guy, the same thing. He has been seen with who? This MP for Kisii. This guy with
the light skin guy.
No, the light skin guy, not Janda.
Mwenye anaongeanga sana
wa UDA mwenye anaongeanga sana wa Kisii. Silvana Sosoro. He has been seen recently with Silvana Sosoro. Everybody is playing a game. And it's high time as Kenyans tuache kubeba ufala. Yes, we want change, but you have to realize that in Kenya we are so limited in terms of leaders that we only have dealers.
Yeah.
You know, it's about hiyo ni point kali.
Wewe
hiyo ni kali hiyo.
Itakuwa headline nitangoje ya
thumbnail.
You see, in Kenya we have dealers instead of leaders, and that thing is affecting us in every aspect. Kina Sifuna out here vocal, but right now they have been including the quote unquote broad-based government. Look at how useless he has become. Hata siku hizi hakuna debate ya maana.
Uliona hii clip ya juzi akiongea ilikuwa kwa Senate, akiingililia
Senator Onyonka,
akiingililia Mbadi. Ati Mbadi sasa ati anamcriticize. I don't know what he was criticizing him about.
Bro, this is politics.
Alafu
but they have been
when I'm criticizing, even smiling unasema sasa ni criticism, like it's like ni jokes.
So they know what they are doing.
Exactly.
It's a game.
To them it's nothing other than a game. So we really need to sort of be very vigilant about these people. Ruto and Gachagua right now are playing a game. Now don't believe those guys. No matter what you do, don't believe them.
And then mbona MCAs waitwe meeting ilikuwa ni Muranga.
Yeah, Muranga. You see, for you to come up with a script, you have to make it as realistic as possible.
And then during
if at all these two people are in conflict at an individual level, I really don't care. Whatever they want to do with au kina Ichungwa, kina Kangata, kina Gachagua, kina Ruto, whatever they want to do with their lives, kina Rao, whatever they want to do with their lives, I really don't care. I think it's high time we get change in this country.
It's affecting you. If you don't care,
no, we don't.
But it's
not in that way. In terms of
whatever is happening.
Unafa tufunke macho like us, they always just playing us.
Wakenya ni wale. Sisi ni wale.
Mchele kilo moja. Exactly. Mbosho kilo 2.
Man, I saw that thing and it was so sad. Yeah, and Russia.
That was so bad.
Parents have lost their kids. Then these guys wanakuja wanapatia mchele na maragwe.
That was so stupid.
What kind of mediocre nonsense is that?
It was so stupid.
Ni kama just to divert.
Yeah.
As in hii maneno ya wanaitwaje MPs.
Yeah.
Wanajenga public toilet inasema kwa public school.
Yeah.
And then jina
Onekapo jina
honorable so and so jina Nadoni ya taxpayers.
It's just the same gimmick. We don't have leaders in this country. And I really don't think that this country we are led by a government that understands what they are doing. Because somebody like the current CS of Health, who was saying that Safaricom is an entity of the government. You see, these are people who have no idea on how to run a government. And I think even the president is taking advantage. He's the overall CS because for him, he anaendanga kulaunch hadi stima kwa posho mill. You see, so he's just appointing people for the sake. But behind closed doors, he's doing everything and anything. So it's high time aze tuchanuke. Hawa say watatusaidia. In fact, I rather hata hii serikali ichukuliwe na jeshi because we have gotten to a point. Bruv, we have gotten to a point. Bruv, if we need
what if you hapo?
Because right now nothing systems are not working. You get? You look at even something like healthcare. Instead of fixing the corruption in NHIF, these guys are like, now let us change the title from NHIF to SHF so that it begins working. What kind of mediocre nonsense is that?
Then even make sense. Let me even ask you, you know what umesema stories NHIF ikaniguza. Na imeniguza na nguvu mingi sana. Pale ambapo nimeanza kusikia mchecheto kwenye roho yangu. This is why.
Yeah.
Recently, I've been to hospital.
Yeah.
I had some small complications and all that, and I was asking if my NHIF can cover for my medication and all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And these guys wananiambia ati itakuwa covered, itakuwa covered. Well, waliniambia civil servants only watakuwa covered for NHIF. But regulars like me, NHIF itakuwa kwangu. And I was like, well, job nakatwa.
Yeah.
Monthly nakatwa, kila siku, kila mwezi nakatwa hii.
Probably hiyo mwezi hata hujatumia hiyo yenye umekatwa.
Na hiyo mimi kwa akili yangu najonga itakuwa ni kama ya emergency.
Yeah.
Yenye najua kukiarise kitu mimi naenda hosi na peana kadi yangu ni nini natibiwa fit.
Yeah.
Una get. But now when I went to this hospital, these guys told me that NHIF yako haiwezi tumika and all that, and I was like, so what are the benefits of NHIF in my life if I can't use the cover? Walikuwa na beat around the bush, you know, it has a lot of covers and benefits and all that. I was like, just name one. They didn't have any.
Exactly.
Something simple like medicine wezi patiwa na uko na NHIF. Something simple like x-ray which costs around 900 to 1000 bob wezi. And I'm like, so mbona mimi nakatwa hii do na badala inisaidie au sio wananiambia ni civil servants peke yake. Make it make sense jamani.
I'm working for the civil servants.
Sinitafute tu covers zingine kama za bank.
Exactly.
Kina equity afya and
like private insurance.
Yes, the private insurance.
You see, my argument is we don't have a functional government. These people are just playing gimmicks with us. For them, it's all about political games. So whatever they are doing, my hot take is those are political games. Alafu, the other thing that has been happening, man, Adani, man. This Indian guy, man. If you're just watching this, if this or this will reach you in one way or the other, we don't need you in Kenya. But you can imagine, can you imagine how nonsensical it is that because our airport imetushinda kumanage, we are leasing it out for 30 years. 30 years. Something that can be fixed with 1 billion. You know, 1 billion shillings, I was telling Madeka sometime back, I think recently too, for you to finish 1 billion. Hii 1 billion yenye tunasikianga wase wanaiba. For you to finish 1 billion, you'll have to spend 100,000 for the next 90 years of your life. Is it 90?
10. I guess 10 years.
10 years.
1 billion.
1 billion, it's 90 years.
So umesema nilikuwa na D-. Ningejua aje kitu.
Unaona? You have to you see, for you to finish 1 billion, you need to spend 100,000 daily for the next 90 years of your existence. So I want you to put it into perspective that when you're told somebody has stolen something like 20 billion.
When the former president alikuja akatuambia ministries 2 billion.
2 billion is being stolen every day. So I want you to imagine what 1 billion can do at JKIA.
An hospital, like in every county.
Yeah.
The 1 billion that is being stolen.
Enough to build
and pay salaries.
Yeah.
And yes.
You know, this is how mediocre we are as a country. That we are, the president, who's another dealer, has leased out our airport, international airport, which by the way, according to the papers that leaked, it was supposed to be changed its name. It will no longer be called Jomo Kenyatta, but something Adani. Then he wants to tell us that they are just giving it out because they need infrastructure, blah blah blah, to modernize this thing.
Kuni how much? Me unajaza zina na shanga. Like if all this money, so you just deal like it to head on. You know the people who are stealing. Kuni DCI wanadu nini?
But it's the same people who are saying that are the same people who are stealing.
We have a police department.
Yes, ndio wanaiba.
Yeah.
Like,
that knows
example,
who's stealing this money. We have
kuna time like 2 months when Kipchumba Murkomen was the CS for whatever inaitwa nini?
For transport. Yeah.
Yes. And tulikuwa na hizi stories za JKIA, power shortage kwa JKIA and all that.
Yeah.
Leaking roof.
Yeah.
And this guy alishindwa kutengeneza kitu kidogo tu kama hiyo. Ana in the name of hizi vitu ni ngumu. And
plus like, the pending debts.
Leaking roof. Mzae surely. Hey, jamani.
Ndio inafanya tuna lease.
Imagine a leaking roof. A leaking roof ndio inafanya tuna list JKI for the next 30 years. In fact, the name Adani to me is just synonymous to one name. And we know who the dealer is here. That Adani name it's not Adani. Let's be because ideally because ideally I've not said anything, but
you have said,
but you see, but either way ataka ni yes in here.
We can see through it.
Anyway,
We can see through the lies because yes. This Adani guy, I've been following up on this Adani guy, and I can tell you guys that this guy has been involved in a lot of financial scandals.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Even in
Switzerland,
Switzerland juzi amekuwa
$1 million.
even in his own country in India. He just gains favors because he's close to Lodi, who's I think the prime minister, the leader huko hivyo. That's why he gains all these favors. So this guy needs to leave and abandon this project, that whatever this is, tell your son who is in charge of the airport, whatever, to leave this thing.
But there's also an option of you can go to Machakos, buy bigger land there.
But my friend, we had Konza. What happened to Konza City?
Dealers happened. So you see, in this Kenya, in this Kenya, if you want to invest, if you're an investor from an outside country, if you want to invest in this country, they will tell you we need like 50% proceeds or profit
it's
from
an
what.
African mentality is not even in Kenya only.
Hiyo story nilikuwa nawaambia Akuro Okot akiwa iko nini podcast.
Yeah.
Akisema there were some billionaire South Koreans who were supposed to come and like build a smart city.
Yeah.
They wanted to build something like a Las Vegas in Kenya.
Yeah.
And they had identified Turkana as prime land. Unaona? Yenye inaweza do hiyo kitu.
Yeah.
So apparently for them they Akuro Koto ametoka Turkana.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think alipata hiyo job ya
like alikuwa na spearhead and
is it called
the groundwork or something. Yeah.
Kufika BCLB who are the licensing board ya Kenya. They told him, "Sawa, we'll give you the license, but we want 50% still."
Hey, come on, bwana.
Exactly. It happened even with Elon Musk.
50% is too much.
It happened with Elon Musk. Aiko Dangote was also vocal about it some time back. He said, I wanted to invest in Kenya and do this and this, but the money that I was asked for. And it narrowed down to somebody who is our supreme leader right now. He was asking for a certain percentage which never made sense to him. That's why I'm telling you, in Kenya we just have dealers and not leaders.
And then tuambiwe tunaenda kushipiwa Germany
for jobs.
Tunaenda kutafutiwa job Germany 250,000 na Turkana right now.
No, hata ni uongo.
If that smart city had been built, kuna dhani ingemploy watu wangapi?
Wengi.
Kuna dhani ingemploy watu wangapi?
100,000 people.
But sasa tupelekwe Saudi Arabia. Foreign countries that are not our home.
Una export labor. Unaacha labor hapo. Una import.
But you see, either way,
it doesn't make sense.
Either way, my parting shot and what I will say is simple. We have dealers in government and not leaders, and it's affecting the general masses. Ikitu inatu affect to the grassroots level simply because these people don't know what to do with that post that the citizens gave them, whether they stole or whether they did whatever. These guys are constantly involved in just making deals for themselves, generational wealth, because you can't make it make sense that to spend to finish 1 billion you have to spend it for the 100,000 every day for the next 90 years, and you're still stealing. Like you already have the money, so what you're doing, you're just gradually looking for generational wealth. So exactly my point. So me, what I will just say that we need to be careful to separate the dealers from the leaders, because everybody right now is pointing out to be a dealer. No matter how vocal they are, they're just dealers.
And ile momentum tulikuwa nayo as Gen Zs, tusiachia accountability. Let me tell you, we have to make these leadership positions unafikiria mara mbili kama unataka kusimama.
But you see, the thing is, the Gen Z protest, it was a good thing because it was a moment of awakening to this country. But in equal measure, I see what happened after that, and it has narrowed down to be a waste of time. We just wasted our time going to the street, because the people who were sort of vocal and who were sort of mobilizing us to go to the streets, they're out there on these social media platforms. We all know them. These are the same people who have been bought in by the government. And David D told us on Twitter, we will just buy them using your money. He was so blatant and he told us that. And actually, they have been bought using our money. They have been bought using our money. So ideally, we need to separate the dealers from the leaders. If we want to move forward as a country, we need to separate the leaders from the dealers. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fine episode of the Tuchapiane podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And we meet at the next episode. Madeka, do you have anything to say? Of course not.
I have you didn't even give me a chance.
Say
now
it.
My parting shot was, if it's possible that we start voting for CSS instead for them being appointed by the president, it would be much better. We as citizen, tunaangalia mse, tunasema mse anaweza.
Yeah.
Tunamweka pale, tunasema huyu ndo atakuwa CSW, whatever finance and whatever, education and all that. Because if we keep on giving the president this mandate of appointing the CSS, ataendelea kurecycle zile maujinga zote. Generational stupidness.
The recycling government.
But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're pissed just as we are pissed. We will meet in the next episode of the Tuchapiane podcast. Like, subscribe, share. And comment.
We are coming in radically.
Yeah. So, guys, bye.